So hello and welcome back. In this video, I want to show you how to get a report straight from Google about the problems on a website, how to fix them, and all of this automatically using artificial intelligence. You've probably run some audits on your site before, but I don't think you have approached it from this angle yet. To tell you what we will be using in this video, we are going to use Google Search Console. We will connect a Google Search Console MCP so the AI can see all the results and all the issues Google wants to tell you about through Google Search Console. Once they get the audit, we'll use Claude to fix everything. To start, you need an active Google account with Search Console set up for your page. I have one, but it's not set up quite correctly. There is no much data here. Not everything shows up. But that's fine, it won't get in our way. If you don't have Google Search Console set up yet, the setup itself is actually very quick. You should do it. And it takes some time for the data to accumulate. I'm not sure exactly how long right now. Maybe a few days, maybe come back to it later. But if you have a website and Google Search Console isn't activated yet, definitely do it, because there is a lot of useful advice in there. Next, we will use this Google Search Console MCP solution. Actually, there are quite a few different MCPs like this. I just took, let's say, the first one I found. Checked that it had a decent number of stars, meaning it's active and has normal documentation. Why does documentation matter to me? Because I don't want to set all of this up myself. I want the documentation to be good enough that the AI can figure out and set it up its own, without my help. The documentation here is pretty decent. I skimmed through this documentation. I understood that somewhere up here it says we will need to go into Google Cloud and grab some file with credentials to get access to Google Search Console. It's somewhere up above. There it is, I found it. In the Quick Start section, it says we need to create a project and enable the API in Google, which is usually pretty complex and takes a long time. So I'll go the same route here and automate all of it, so we won't need anything else. Also, I should mention that I don't want to generate all these credentials myself. So I use Kimi WebBridge. It's like an extension, an app that lets you connect. It's also a skill that lets you connect the AI to a browser, specifically to your own browser. And why is that good? In theory, many AI clients have a built-in browser or the ability to make requests and pull information. But the downside is they can't log into anything. The big advantage of Kimi WebBridge is that it uses your own browser. So I knew I'd need to use Claude Code, and beforehand I'd already logged in. Opened Claude Code, logged in, so I'd have an active session. I knew that if Kimi WebBridge went into Google Cloud, everything would already be logged in, and it could go ahead and do exactly what my project needed. So next I also used Hermes, although you can just as well use Claude Code for this. Why do I use Hermes? Because it runs on a simpler model here, so I don't burn through tokens. And I already have this Kimi WebBridge skill set up that I mentioned, so Hermes is just simpler for me. Right, so what did I do? I told it I want to install Google Search Console MCP to Hermes. I gave it the address, the one I showed you, and I asked it to follow the instructions and install and configure the whole solution. I also told it to use the Kimi WebBridge skill to download the file from the Google Cloud. And basically that's it. As you can see, it went ahead and cloned the MCP server, then went on to open the Google Cloud Console. Yes, it went on to open the Google Cloud Console in order to generate the credentials and download the JSON file. Here it checked that everything was fine, all good, and it went on and basically configured everything itself. I didn't record that part, there is nothing very interesting there. It just went as it should, and here you can already see that the file has downloaded and it copied into the right category, into the right folder. Then it went on configuring, build things, asked a couple of questions, which data to use. I told it which of my data to use, since I have several, and then it tried it out and everything worked. And at some point, I needed to restart Hermes so it would pick everything up and be able to see this combination of the Google Search Console MCP server and actually see my data. So I told it to restart, that Hermes had been restarted, and then it said it had connected and could see everything. And here I asked, can you see my data? And it saw it and it generated a report, something like that. And it's really cool because it immediately pulled the errors out of Google Search Console and sorted them by priority: critical, high, medium, and low. So what I did next was I wanted to show this report to Claude so it could fix things, because Claude works with my website and knows everything about it. So I asked to save this report into my Obsidian, and if I open Obsidian, yes, there it is. It saved this report. I don't have that much data, so the report is fairly small, and here it noticed that for this particular keywords, it has fairly good rankings. This is a site for sending SMS messages, and we have quite a lot of pages. We have a page for every country, and here, for some reason, Syria has kind of taken off right now, and it noticed the problem. The Syria page was showing up in impressions, but getting 0 clicks. Nobody clicked on it. Then it also found a problem with the keyword cannibalization for SMS brand. It suggested creating another page dedicated to that keyword, and so on and so forth. Basically, what I ended up with was a report straight from Google, based on everything it knows about my page. Then I took this file and showed it to Claude. I used Claude Code. So this file, I told it, this is a report from Google Search Console. Please analyze it and tell me if you have any suggestions, what and how to fix to get better results. And just in case, I also gave it the path to the Syria page, so it wouldn't get confused and would know exactly where that file it needs to work with was located. And by the way, I also added, I'd previously run a different audit and made some optimizations to the pages already. And I had data pulled from Google Keyword Planner, meaning specifically which keywords and how many searches per month there were for them. I thought it might come in handy for Claude in case it needed to reason for something. It could use the real data pulled from Google Keyword Planner and use it to fix the problems found in the audit. So it started looking things over, proposed how to fix them, and basically started fixing everything. And then it just kept going and going and going. After that, I basically just agreed with it. I kept telling it, go on, keep going, and it just kept doing it, doing it, doing it. So I also asked it to keep going and to implement its own suggestions. Here too, I said, go on, keep going, and clarified what to do next. And it just kept doing it, doing it, doing it, and basically it did quite a lot for me. At this point, well, basically it fixed everything for me. All I had to do was push my changes. Then I checked it visually and everything looked good. And now, the next step, I'll probably do this first. I'll do the same thing for the other projects I'm involved in. I really recommend you do the same thing. Use this option, and it turns out it's free, and it showed me errors. I saw errors in the report that I had no idea about, and I probably wouldn't have fixed them anytime soon. I'm really glad these errors were found, and I'm really glad I was able to fix everything this easily on autopilot. So I genuinely recommend you do the same. And I think I'll probably give a month's pause now, and in a month I'll repeat this process. It's quite possible that by then it will have indexed and crawled even more pages. It will already see my fixed pages, the resolved issues. Maybe by then it will find some new problems and I'll be able to fix those too. And I already have all the tools set up for this. So I really like processes like this, where everything runs semi-automatically, meaning you can go do completely different things, while errors you didn't even know about get found and fixed on their own. Thanks everyone, and thanks for watching.